So we got another 2v1 versus battle today, and it's going to be Hero Hunter Garou and Suiryu taking on Amai Mask. And this video was made possible by my awesome patron, Joseph E. Thank you so much, and I hope this video is good enough for what you wanted. So I know that a lot of you hardcores out there are probably thinking, well, this is a pretty easy matchup to have an answer to, and maybe not. But first, okay, I just want to take a look at manga-only stuff. Because, there are a lot of manga-onlys out there that are probably curious about this matchup, that haven't read the webcomic, and don't know the future of all of these characters. So let's just take a look at that continuity first, just to make it, kind of balanced and fair before we go into spoiler stuff. So at this point, I think Hero Hunter Garou and Suiryu are like high demons through and through, both of them. And they both excel in their own departments, and they're both, relative in departments as well. But that being said, Amai Mask, I don't know what he is at this point in the manga. Is he a dragon? Is he a high demon? It's really difficult to say, because he doesn't have any real clear feats to him yet. And especially now, since his most savage feats got retconned. Yeah, that's right. His feats that he had originally in chapter 103, when he tore apart Narinki's private squad, who was also more powerful at that point before they got retconned as well. That was wow, I can't believe he did that. That's gotta be dragon level power, right? And also the way that he took down Super S, super easy. That was okay, maybe a dragon, but also, Super S. I think it's fair to say through and through low demon. I mean, her ability is significant. Obviously, they state it. That's why she is in the Monster Association for as long as she is. But aside from that, she's not a powerhouse or anything. So it's expected that Amai Mask, who is a pseudo S-class hero, would be able to take care of her no problem. Now, also, Amai Mask being a part of the strike team, even though he kind of forced himself into it, no one was like, hey, you're way too weak to be with us. Everyone, not everyone, but I would say most of the S-class heroes have an idea that Amai Mask is kind of strong. I mean, I know that they kind of put up the front oh, he's a weakling, he's A-class, but there's definitely some of them that know that he is the real deal. I mean, go back to Fubuki explaining his power to Saitama. She says that he is a monster among monsters. But is all of that hype and implied power, is that fair to say that he is definitively stronger than Hero Hunter Garou and Suiryu? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's ultimately up to you. I think before his feats were retconned, I would have said maybe he is definitely stronger than them, a physical and maybe a speed sense, because that's also hard to say, because Suiryu is a super powerhouse. For a demon or a high demon, he's exceptionally strong. So at this point, I suppose we have three guys who could be around a similar level at this point. Manga continuity, of course, we can't forget that, because none of them really have an outrageous feat that really distinguishes them from everyone else. Oh, this guy is clearly stronger than the other. Now, skill is an important thing here, of course. And I think of the three here, come on, Garou has got to be the most skilled. He's implied to be one of the greatest martial arts geniuses to ever live. And this is not bestowed upon Amai Mask or Suiryu. They're just skilled. And that's another thing that's going to help Amai Mask here, is that he does have martial arts skills. I mean, we don't know how good he is. It's never really oh, wow, he's a legend like Bang, or he's like Gokatsu. It's just that he has skills, and he himself says that he is well-rounded. So we could say maybe he's above average in that department. I don't think it's fair to say that he is superior to Garou in martial arts skills, but also that's going to come back into the whole question about who is stronger here, because even if Hero Hunter Garou is more skilled than Amai Mask, it won't be as big of an advantage that Garou has had over others, considering that, Amai Mask is a super powerhouse and skilled and can hold his own, against other people who are relatively in the same realm of skill, we'll say. So let's go over what I think might be able to distinguish Amai Mask from these two. Now, Hero Hunter Garou, the furthest he goes, I guess, in defeating an extremely powerful opponent would be Metal Bat. And you can see this as maybe the only example, or maybe one of the only examples in the series where we see a demon defeat a dragon. I think Metal Bat, he's pretty much a dragon, even going from his base and whatever. I think it's just fair to say that he is just a dragon in power. And Hero Hunter Garou, like I said, high demon, but the skill difference is so severe between the two that not even dragon level power can overcome Garou at this point. And aside from that, he goes against Watchdog Man, who I guess is a dragon. Really hard to say, but he completely dominates Garou. And yes, that does play into the disadvantage that Garou has because he's not used to his skill set and whatever, but also we can say the same thing for this matchup that we're talking about right here. So I just wanted to point that out because this could be the two examples of Garou, I don't know, somewhat competitive with dragons. We're not going to go into Bang and Bomb because that's not fair. That's two high dragons ganging up on a high demon. But also that's a clear example of Garou having like almost unfair levels of endurance and durability, which of course, will play into this. Now, that being said, we'll go to Suiryu with his dragon level battles, and I guess it was just Bakuzan and Goketsu. And Goketsu, like I always say, I hype this guy up, love him. One of the strongest dragons, and he's like a high dragon. He is the high dragon. So him dominating Suiryu, it doesn't really do much for us here. So we're going to have to go to Bakuzan, who I think is the low dragon, or one of them. He's like the poster boy for low dragon pretty much. And of course he got beat down by Bakuzan, but that was after he got messed up by Goketsu, who wasn't giving a full effort on him. He was like trying to turn Suiryu to his side, so he's kind of like conditioning him, but still giving a pretty thorough beatdown. It is high dragon level power after all, even if he is holding back. But Suiryu is able to still, come back and snap Bakuzan's toe. So that's showing that he has some really impressive endurance and durability as well. But if we go to Amai Mask now, he has gone against a dragon, and that is a cadre in Fura Ugly. Now, he gets attacked by Fura Ugly initially, and this is dragon level power, of course. He is a cadre, there is no doubting that. And Amai Mask is taking this very well. Better than Suiryu, okay, and better than Garou against like Watchdog Man or any other dragons. Again, I don't know how much of an effort that Fura Ugly is truly giving here because, he is kind of like trying to mentally break Amai Mask at the same time. So it's like, is the amount of power and effort that he's giving here the same as Bakuzan's? Maybe, maybe not, but I think it's totally fair to say that Fura Ugly is definitively stronger than Bakuzan because he is a cadre after all, and Bakuzan kind of just becomes a dragon, and Goketsu is like, oh hey, he actually became a dragon. That's kind of cool. But he never really says anything that would make you think that Bakuzan is like cadre level. He's like, hey, you're pretty strong, but there's like so many dudes that are way stronger than you, and I'm one of them, so like calm down. So now that we have our cards on the table, I'm going to say that Hero Hunter Garou and Suiryu would probably win this one, based on the information that we have about Amai Mask in the manga. I don't think it would be a complete squash match. I think Amai Mask would definitely impress and surprise them with the amount of offense and, I guess, competitiveness that he can bring to this fight, despite being outnumbered by two extremely powerful and skilled high demons. But in the end, I think they would just be a little too much for him. But this is just the manga, round one. We're coming to round two now because we're going into webcomic spoilers. If you don't want to know what's going to happen past what the manga is currently on, I suggest you check out now. So if Garou and Suiryu were just double teaming Amai Mask, and it's getting to the point of where they're about to like defeat him or whatever, it's like going to be the end of him, then we all know what Amai Mask is going to do. He's going to go into his monster form because he has no choice left, obviously. And at that point, he is a definitive high dragon in power. I made a video about this this week. Amai Mask way stronger than we thought. Pretty much scaled him, I think, accurately, at least as accurate as I could do. And, do the math for yourself. Two high demons, even if they are impressive as Hero Hunter Garou and Suiryu, they have no chance against a high dragon of the caliber of Amai Mask here. Like, just, go back to Goketsu going against Suiryu, Bang going against Garou. It's going to be more of that, except, Amai Mask is a complete savage beast when he is in his monster form, so he will probably be even more vicious than they were, which would leave him the overall victor of this fight, regardless of the continuities. But I just wanted to break them down because, it would be really easy to say, like, oh, well, Amai Mask high dragon, he'd win, but, so that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought about this. Once again, I want to thank Joseph E. Thank you so much for your patronage, my friend. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like. Also have a Patreon, gives you access to weekly Q&A. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.